But of course, it's not at all one-sided, this conflict, and in fact there have been alarming reports this week, documented in detail in the Financial Times, about upgrades to Russia's weapons systems that are effectively overmatching Patriot air defences, really for the first time in the conflict. So the report in the FT suggests that the ground-launched Iskander M missile and the air-launched Kinzhal missile, which Putin claimed at the beginning of the war was unstoppable, have had software upgrades which change their trajectories in flight. So they take a sort of fairly conventional ballistic path towards their target, but at the end they divert off that trajectory and then plummet very steeply towards their targets, and that has affected Ukraine's ability to intercept them. The figures reported that Ukraine's interception rate of these ballistic missiles was 37% in August and just 6% in September. And indeed, one of those strikes which Kyiv was unable to block was against a number of drone plants in and around the capital Kyiv, one on August 28th, which caused significant damage to the European Union's headquarters in Kyiv and indeed the British Council building, which, remember, I visited with Defence Secretary John Healey a few days later. In the close conflict, in the battles in the trenches and the bombed-out villages, we've seen Russia continuing to blast its way forward, and it's making its most significant gains in Dnipropetrovsk. Reports from open-source trackers suggesting that Russia now holds at least 10 hamlets or villages in Dnipropetrovsk. This is an oblast where there was no fighting until June. It was only when Russian forces really managed to blast their way forward in that battle around Pokrovsk and south of Dobropilya that they have made these gains. Also matching those advances, persistent reports that Ukraine is short of troops. It is sparse along the front line, and that's allowing Russia to probe and look for vulnerabilities and look for weaknesses.